Every beloved Marvel hero has an actor the internet loves to hate. Today, we're ranking the MCU's most loved versus most hated, with receipts, box office legs, audience scores, and the moments that blew up the comments. We start with Brie Larson, review bombs, rule changes, that D23 clip. The outrage was loud, but the numbers tell another story, and she's not alone. From Chris Pratt to Letitia Wright, some stars got dragged, others got crowned, for reasons you won't expect. Who actually lands at number 1? And why does the data flip the narrative? Drop your picks below, then let's test them against the receipts. We're covering the entire Marvel universe here. MCU, Fox X-Men, Sony Spider-Man, the whole multiverse of chaos. Here's how we're breaking this down. We're separating confirmed facts, box office numbers, awards, actual statements from online noise. Rumors, out-of-context clips, and Twitter drama that spirals out of control. Our metrics? Box office performance, Rotten Tomatoes scores, fan versus critic sentiment, and real industry impact. Not just what angry keyboard warriors are screaming about, because here's the thing. Sometimes the most hated actors are actually crushing it where it matters. And sometimes the most loved ones have secrets the internet doesn't want to admit. Now, let me ask you something. Who do you think is the most unfairly hated Marvel actor? Drop your thoughts in the comments as we go through this breakdown. Let's start with the internet's biggest lightning rod. Controversy arc number 1, Brie Larson. When Brie Larson made comments about diversity in film criticism, the internet lost its absolute mind. Her actual words, she wanted more diverse voices reviewing films. Specifically, she said she didn't need a 40-year-old white dude telling her what didn't work about A Wrinkle in Time, because it wasn't made for him. But online, it got twisted into Brie Larson hates men. The trolling started before Captain Marvel even hit theaters. We're talking coordinated review bombing campaigns, angry YouTube videos, and conspiracy theories about Disney buying tickets. Rotten Tomatoes literally had to change their audience score policies because of the manipulation. Think about that. A major review platform changed their entire system because of one actress. But here's what actually happened. Captain Marvel crossed $1 billion worldwide. Critics gave it a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audiences who actually saw it, they liked it enough to make it the 6th highest grossing MCU film at the time. Don Cheadle had to publicly debunk rumors that the cast hated working with her. He literally tweeted that the media was reaching with their speculation. At D23, when she jokingly asked if anyone wanted her back as Captain Marvel, that wasn't desperation. That was her calling out the noise while standing on $1 billion box office. But here's what gets me. While the internet was busy manufacturing outrage, who were fans actually falling in love with? Positive contrast. Tom Holland didn't need to fight for respect. He earned it the second he put on the suit. From day one, he was Peter Parker. Earnest, youthful, balancing humor with genuine heart. The kid who gets excited about everything, but still carries the weight of responsibility. Even Stan Lee, the man who literally created Spider-Man, said Tom was exactly how he pictured the character when he wrote those first comics in the 1960s. Far From Home made over $1 billion. No Way Home hit nearly $2 billion. But it's not just the money that makes fans love him. Tom genuinely loves being Spider-Man. Watch any behind-the-scenes footage. He's doing his own stunts, getting injured in the process, dancing between takes like a kid in a candy store. This isn't just a paycheck for him. He grew up loving these movies just like we did. When he got cast, he stayed humble, kept that fan energy, and never let the fame go to his head. His chemistry with Robert Downey Jr. made the Tony Peter dynamic one of the most emotional arcs in the entire MCU. That father-son relationship felt real, because Tom brought genuine admiration to every scene. And let's be honest, his real-life relationship with Zendaya made the Peter-MJ romance feel even more magical. Fans love a good behind-the-scenes love story, but here's where things get messy. Another Chris was about to become the internet's favorite punching bag. Controversy arc number 2, Chris Pratt went from lovable goofball to the worst Chris practically overnight. It started with his church affiliation. Hillsong Church faced allegations about anti-LGBTQ+ views, social media posts that felt tone-deaf during serious moments, political speculation running wild based on absolutely nothing. The worst Chris meme exploded on Twitter. Fans decided he was the villain in a lineup that included Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pine. The internet had made up its mind. But then something interesting happened. His Marvel family stepped up. Robert Downey Jr. posted a heartfelt defense. Mark Ruffalo called out the negativity. Zoe Saldana wrote a passionate Instagram post. James Gunn, his director, publicly supported him. These aren't just co-workers protecting a paycheck. These are people who worked closely with him for years, who know him personally, who saw how he treated crew members and fans. And you know what? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 still succeeded. Strong audience response, emotional payoff, and Pratt delivered one of his most vulnerable performances as Star-Lord saying goodbye. Now here's a question for you. Do you think Chris Pratt deserved the backlash? Or was it just internet mob mentality gone wrong? Meanwhile, another star was turning personal grief into a cultural phenomenon. Fan redemption. Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen started as a side character in Age of Ultron and became the emotional heart of the entire MCU. Let's be real, Age of Ultron didn't give her much to work with. Inconsistent accent, unclear motivations, mostly there for plot convenience. But even then, fans noticed something special about her performance. WandaVision changed everything. This wasn't just a superhero show. It was a masterclass in grief, trauma, and loss disguised as a sitcom parody. Elizabeth took Wanda from an underwritten Avengers member to the most complex, emotionally resonant character in the entire franchise. Her performance made you feel Wanda's pain in your chest. The show earned her Emmy nominations, Critics' Choice Awards, and a massive online fandom that creates incredible fan art and analysis videos. Even when Marvel fumbled her villain arc in Multiverse of Madness, rushing her descent into darkness, making questionable writing choices, nobody blamed Elizabeth. Fans said she was the best part of that movie. Her performance was so convincing. She actually made Wanda's transformation feel tragic instead of just evil. She understood the assignment. She brought depth to every scene, even when the script didn't deserve it. But you won't believe what controversy was about to hit Wakanda. Controversy arc number 3, Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright went from fan favorite to internet pariah in record time. She was beloved as Shuri, the brilliant, funny tech genius who stole scenes in Black Panther. Fans were excited to see more of her. Then everything changed. Late 2020, she shared an anti-vaccine video that also contained transphobic content and conspiracy theories. The backlash was immediate and intense. Instead of apologizing right away, she doubled down, claimed she was just asking questions and talking about freedom of speech. The hole got deeper. Even Don Cheadle got pulled into the drama when angry fans tagged him about her posts. After watching parts of the video, he seemed genuinely upset with her choices. Reports surfaced about on-set delays during Wakanda Forever filming, vaccine mandate issues, traveling back to the UK during production, alleged conflicts with Disney's COVID protocols. Marvel never officially confirmed the reports, and she later denied some of them. But the headlines alone created serious PR problems. The movie had the impossible task of moving forward without Chadwick Boseman. Adding controversy around his replacement? That made everything harder. But here's the thing. She kept the role. Wakanda Forever released with her as the lead. The movie made $859 million worldwide and got strong reviews from critics. Many fans felt she lacked the gravitas to carry the Black Panther legacy. Going from comedic tech support to leading one of Marvel's most emotional storylines? That's a massive jump. The controversy has mostly cooled now. But for a while there, she was one of the most divisive figures in the entire Marvel universe. Now, let's talk about the absolute heart and soul of Marvel's love story, Robert Downey Jr. When you talk about beloved Marvel actors, you're talking about Robert Downey Jr. He didn't just play Tony Stark. He was Tony Stark. Charismatic, flawed, brilliant, and magnetically watchable. That improvised I Am Iron Man moment in 2008, that launched an entire cinematic universe. But let's talk about why fans love him so much. First, the performance. RDJ brought swagger, wit, and surprising emotional depth to a character who could have been just another rich guy in a suit. This wasn't a perfect Boy Scout or a bland billionaire. This was a genius, a jerk, a visionary, and RDJ played every shade flawlessly. The Iron Man trilogy made $2.4 billion worldwide, multiple awards and nominations. But it's not about the money, it's about the journey. RDJ was the emotional centerpiece of the entire Infinity Saga. His chemistry with every cast member elevated every scene. Whether it was snarky exchanges with Cap, mentor moments with Peter Parker, or that heartbreaking relationship with Pepper Potts. And then came Endgame. From I Love You 3000 to that final defiant I Am Iron Man, fans didn't just cry because a character died. They cried because it felt like saying goodbye to a friend who'd been with them for over a decade. But here's what makes RDJ truly beloved: how he treats the fandom. He's humble, funny, and shows up for fans. From surprise visits to children's hospitals in the Iron Man suit, to random interviews where he makes kids' dreams come true. He understood the weight of what this role meant to people, and he never took that responsibility lightly. Here's my question. Do you think anyone can ever replace RDJ as the heart of Marvel? Or was he truly irreplaceable? Lightning round time. More loved versus hated in 90 seconds. Loved: Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, 17 years. One character. Definitive performance that redefined what superhero commitment looks like. His return in Deadpool 3 shocked even his own agent and broke the internet. Hated: Jared Leto as Morbius, 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's Morbin time became a meme. Sony re-released it thinking the memes meant genuine interest, and it flopped even harder. Loved: Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, spent years fighting for an R-rated movie. $1.56 billion across 2 films. Meta humor that actually works because Reynolds is Deadpool in real life. Miscast: Topher Grace as Venom in Spider-Man 3. Widely viewed as the wrong choice for the symbiote. Character felt tacked on and rushed. Tom Hardy's reboot fixed everything fans hated about the original. Loved: Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Cultural icon who transcended superhero movies. $1.347 billion worldwide. Historic Best Picture nomination. His legacy continues to inspire new generations. Behind-the-scenes drama. Terrence Howard to Don Cheadle. Contract conflicts and ego clashes led to recasting. Fans initially worried, then completely embraced the change. War Machine thrived under Cheadle. Creative clash. Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo. Another replacement that worked perfectly. Norton wanted too much creative control. Ruffalo became the fan-beloved Hulk we deserve. Loved: Tom Hiddleston as Loki. Perfect villain to anti-hero journey. Loki's army fandom that spans the globe. Disney Plus series proved he could carry a show solo. Loved: Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen brought gravitas and Shakespearean depth to Professor X and Magneto. Their chemistry defined the X-Men franchise for 2 decades. But wait, there's one more thing you need to understand about this whole dynamic. So, what actually makes a Marvel actor beloved versus hated? The loved ones share common traits: perfect casting plus positive public persona plus strong box office receipts. They understand the weight of these roles and treat fans with genuine respect. But here's the key: they also handle controversy with grace. When Tom Holland spoils movies, fans think it's adorable. When RDJ makes mistakes, he owns them and moves forward. The hated ones? Usually culture war lightning rods who get caught in political crossfire. Obvious miscasting that fans can't forgive. Or behind-the-scenes drama that gets amplified by online echo chambers. Here's the reality. Most of the hate comes from a vocal minority, not the general audience who just wants good movies. Social media amplifies everything. A few thousand angry tweets can look like universal hatred when it's really just noise. As X-Men and Fantastic Four integrate into the MCU, expect new beloved icons. And yeah, probably some new lightning rods. The cycle continues. Final question for you. Who do you think is the most unfairly hated Marvel actor? And who's your most beloved that we didn't cover? Drop your answers in the comments. Hit that like button if this breakdown helped you understand the real story behind Marvel actor controversies. Subscribe for more deep dives into the chaos of superhero fandoms. And remember, behind every costume is a human being doing their best to bring these characters to life. Maybe we should judge them by their work, not their Twitter feeds.